What's up, y'all? Critter the Cryptid here. I actually wanted to work outside, and I was hoping to show you guys some of my skinning and fleshing tactics, and I was gonna show you pickling a pelt before I bark tan it, but unfortunately, freezing fog has rolled back in pretty aggressively. Actually, I will show you what it looks like now. As you can see, there's frost all on the trees. And it's pretty foggy out there. But yeah, so I went outside to start working on a coyote and maybe a few other things. But it's literally so cold. As soon as I put the coyote on the rock, hoping to get it near the fire I had going out there, it froze to the rock. That's how cold it is outside. It's colder outside than it is in the freezer. Now, before anybody gets on me, I'm actually not much of a hunter. Everything I have in my freezer, it's literally called my roadkill freezer because I only pick up roadkill. Because personally, I think the fur market is abhorrent. I think killing something solely for its fur is despicable. That's not my ish. And so I didn't like that, and I felt bad about all the animals struck by cars that are just left to rot on the side of the road, or they attract other animals who will also get hit. So I made a habit of going around picking up animals that are legal to pick up. Make sure to check your local and state laws before picking anything up off the side of the road. But yeah, so I started picking up roadkill animals and started getting into that. If they weren't usable, I'd just bury them or I'd toss them back in the woods to decay off the side of the road. Outside of that, since I was unable to do that today, I am working on crushing eggshells, as you can see. But that's my jar of them. This is the pan I have that I'm going to be working on and grinding up. I've already ground this one up to a pretty decent texture, in my opinion. It could honestly be ground up more, but I just wanted to touch base with everybody and put a video out there to just update y'all that I've unfortunately been I was set back a week when it was actually gorgeous out that I could probably work on stuff. I was set back a week because unfortunately I developed cat scratch fever because of this guy right here. He didn't mean it. He just got spooked and he latched onto my leg, and unfortunately, he's a carrier, apparently. So that's a 0 out of 10, don't recommend. I wasn't able to walk for a few days because of the extent of the injury on my leg and the swelling. So now here I am, slightly more mobile. And yeah, so now I'm working on inside stuff. There's quite a few things I want to work on. I have a bunch of herbs and stuff that I harvested during spring that I've had hanging up to dry, but unfortunately I need to get more jars before I do that because there's just so much of it. I have horehound, I have catnip, I have mugwort, unbelievable amount of mugwort, I have ashwagandha root. There's a plethora of stuff which I will gladly show you how I handle and jar all that. But as of today, it's just grinding eggshells, and maybe I brought y'all along to talk about life and talk about things going on, I haven't really been able to go outside and do much. Yesterday, I did a big fire where I chopped off a bunch of lower branches because unfortunately we're supposed to be going 2, maybe 3 weeks without snow, and maybe longer. And that's really bad for this area. So that means even though it's cold, even though I should be hibernating inside and whatnot, I have to lock in and go outside, and I got to cut all the lower branches off the trees that are too close to the ground, and gonna try burning as much as I can before come spring or before fire season, especially more so especially around the house, just to be safe and be more on top of that. But yeah, I just wanted to check in and update y'all. I'm just gonna be in here grinding eggshells, and I'm not really sure that y'all would be into that, but maybe you are. If you are, drop a comment below, and I'll show you guys how aggressively I grind up eggshells and what I use them for. Which, I mean, one of the main usages is going to be come springtime for the garden. I will shift the dirt around and drop some of these in there to add nutrients to the soil. I like to keep the bigger chunks like this for my cast iron. When I'm washing them, I like to drop some eggshells in there, so it helps me clean and get all the grime off while also putting more minerals back into the cast iron. So there's a few things I use them for, but those are really the main two. But yeah, so drop a comment below if you want to hear more. Thanks for tuning in. It's Mr. Critter or Yeti or Critter the Cryptid out. But I appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.